Why do we need a retreat? And what purpose is the retreat supposed to achieve?
To make sure that we're on the right track to meeting our set goals and achieve our aim as a church.
During retreat like this, as we appraise, as we look at how far we've done in the work committed to our hands, we will be able to encourage one another. And then even iron sharpening iron is not only in encouraging one another's, if we need to really rebuke one another's as well, we do so. So retreat is a process of appraising and moving forward in the task that is committed to our hands.
Examine things and then see things from another angle and find ways to enhance, add, upgrade the things that are already running, and if need be, add new things to make things work better.
Now this is slightly different because it's actually a training. It's more of a training than an appraisal retreat. To put us in focus as to understand what really leadership is, and especially for the church. We will need to know ourselves better for us to be able to walk better. For me, leadership in the church over these years have been very challenging. That's because of my person. As a professional, I'm an architect. And the way architecture is taught is criticisms from beginning to the end. And so we bring that into our workspace. And we try to criticize everything that we see. The instructor in an architecture school is called a critic. It's not a teacher, it's a critic. Because this architecture cannot be taught. It cannot be taught. Yeah? So you bring a building like this, and the architect asks the question, why is the door there and not here? Why are the windows this way? Why? It's a question of why. It keeps asking why. And then you begin to wonder, of all the good things here, you can't commend me. But then that's how the profession is. Now, when you leave school and you start working, you have to worry about your client you are designing for and people who have no business with the building but who will see the building. Your client, for instance, could say she wants to own a school. She might never use that school. Maybe just for, maybe it's an investment. And so she tells you what you want. You, as the architect, do you want to impose your ideas on her? She tells you what you want. And you remember also that people will see the school, and when they are seeing the school, it's you, the architect, they are judging, not the owner. And so you are in a difficult situation. We now bring that into leadership, and especially of the church. It becomes challenging for people like us. It took some other people to remind me that, okay, instead of this workers rebuke every day, let's have a workers training. So instead of coming to criticize what people are doing, let's train to see what they will do. And so Organo Vex, take a backstage. And it works very well for me, works very well for me. So what we are doing today is to teach us what it takes to be a leader in your own field, and also recognizing that you will interface with too many other people, and that you're not performing your role could mar the entire system. And so when we work together, we build together, we win together. So we are going to be looking at what leadership is. We're going to be looking at how we can use leadership to progress our institution. Not just the church, we can also use it outside the church. And luckily, we have been blessed with lots and lots of resource materials. I was telling somebody at the last Women's Professional Business Retreat, Fellowship, that if we put a woman on the billboards, recently there was a women's program, a women's empowerment program. And I was saying to myself, those who minister at our own programs are bigger by far than these ones on the billboard. But we don't project them. We don't project them. Let me embarrass our dear sister for once. You see this woman? Anyway, I'll talk about it much later. We are blessed to have her in our midst for nothing. If you invite a lady like this to speak at Lagos Business School, they'll have to think twice. And then the honorarium, they might have to break a bank. But we're getting it here for free. And because we're getting it for free, we don't really value it. So I want us to value this program. I want us to value this training. I want us to value this time. It's not a time lost. It's a time well spent. It's a time that will improve us. I can boldly say that in the Diocese of Lagos, in the Anglican communion where we are, I don't think any church would have invested as much as we have in training. So what can we do differently? What can we do differently? What can we do differently?